Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and an intuitive card reader as well, and I am here this evening to do a 5-card spread for the month of August for the sign of Virgo. And I have used, for anybody that's new to the channel, to use the Oceanic Tarot deck for the Fundy channel. And then I pulled one significator card from the Book of Tarot, the overall aura of the reading. And I've done 5 cards here, and they all fall into certain placements that represent something. Your first card is going to be your overall energy of the reading. The second card is the finance and wealth, anything pertaining to money, wealth, money flow. And card number 3 is about your love and relationships and anything that's close to your heart. Card number 4 is your challenges for August, Virgo. And card number 5 is your message from Spirit, and then the significator at the very end. I'd like to thank you, before I begin, for visiting the channel. A very warm welcome to you. And I'd like to say thanks for all the recurring visitors as well. I'm glad you guys are here all the time. And if you may like or share this video. You may feel free to do that. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please click the red subscribe button at the bottom beneath this video window. And every time we, Fundy Fortunes, post a new video or anything at all, you'll be alerted via your email. If you find you like this reading and you'd like to make this a more personal level, that's meant just for you. I do offer private readings. If you look below this video window again, in the description box, everything you need to know about private readings, how they pertain to Fundy Fortunes, it's all there, and it's very straightforward and simple. All right. So, let's get on with the reading for Virgo. The first card that I drew for you, the overall energy, is the Queen of Swords. And she's all about resilience. So keep that in mind. And again, just to state, if I haven't yet, I don't think I did, this is a general reading for Virgos, which may or may not resonate with you. And as I said, if you want it to resonate 100% for you, then you would require a private reading. And we just covered all that. Okay, so she's all about resilience. Her keywords are intelligence, independence, leadership, insight, intolerance, and justice. The advice of this card is to be ready to make strong decisions or to respond to a woman who makes all final decisions. She is highly driven. She commands respect. She holds her ground and puts her interests first. She is charming but suffers no fools. She can see the truth in a flash. The card shows a strong, independent woman in business. Sometimes this is also representative of a single parent. Sometimes this is just plain old you card. You, Virgo. We'll find as we go along. So that's the overall energy. Take another look here. I would say that, excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied. It's very late here. It's 12:30 a.m. Atlantic time, East Coast Atlantic Maritime time. Some of you are going to have to make some very strong decisions during the month of August, between now and the whole month of August. Some of you may have somebody in the background supporting you. It is female, and she is this card here. Is who she is. She's the Queen of Swords. You can't pull any wool over her eyes, so be forewarned. Everything that comes from you to her, if she's to aid you or be in the background of your life somehow, everything has to be laid before her, brought to her, presented to her in the cleanest, clear-cut manner that you can. Don't color code anything. Don't sugarcoat anything. Don't try to sweeten it up. Don't try to make it worse. Bring her the facts. Always lay the facts out for the Queen of Swords. That's just the way she is. That is something for you too, to aspire to. Anybody like that in your life, or if this is yourself even. Okay, so the card number 2, and it falls in your wealth and your financial sector, anything to do with money flow. It's the 2 Cups, and it's all about partnerships. This is a beautiful card. I wish you guys could see the scroll work on these golden goblets and that incredible dolphin right behind the cups. You can't appreciate how lovely they are. They're very beautiful indeed. This card predicts love, equality, and a meeting of the hearts and the minds. These things for August can benefit all your relationships. That goes for business relationships as well. Keep that in mind. There are promises coming of commitments, so you may be dealing with some of that. Some of you will be love commitments, engagement commitments, something along this line. A lot of emotional investment. And for Virgo, that's not easy for Virgos. I know some Virgos. That's why I say that. I don't have to reference anything online to look that up. That Virgos are very, very timid. But at the same time, they're timid, yet they're extremely trusting. And maybe not inside completely, but on the outside, they appear to put their trust in another human being, in somebody else, and it's hard for them to do that. They're very timid of being hurt or being shysted in any way. So every commitment that they make with their heart, their mind, to them it's an emotional investment, and that's big to them. If any of you, I feel to tell you, if any of you are hitting some rough spots in your relationships, stay patient, stick with it, it'll all work out. You'll work through it, you'll get through it. I'm calling this a summer of love. And it's not all butterflies and hearts and candy kisses all summer long for everybody. For those that it's happening for the readings that I'm doing, it's just literally and metaphorically the heat that comes off some of the cards when the cards start to aim in that direction of love and romance, heart love, falling in love. For others, it's the summer. I keep saying it's the summer that you'll never forget, but for others, where it's going on the opposite end of that scale. Yeah, be the summer they never forget, but one that they want to. They certainly are going to want to. It's not going to be good for some people. This card represents partnerships. So as far as it's in your financial sector, so partnerships are highlighted because of that in the financial sector. Some of you may be teaming up, taking on extra partners, taking on extra team members, so that there's a partnership between a small number of people, say five people, I feel to tell you, and there's just this there's a camaraderie that's going to build. For some of you may have somebody. I just got the oof. For some of you, somebody may come. I don't mean this in the way you may think right off. Just I mean it literally, almost. Some of you are going to have people walking out of a closet, metaphorically, and they're going to be declaring feelings for you. They're attracted to you. They feel that you're magnetic, and you keep drawing them in, and no matter how hard, and they're going to lay all this at you. This goes either way, male, female, doesn't matter. It's just there. You're going to be stunned, shocked, amused, touched, flattered. I'm almost getting the giggles here inside. I got the giggles. This is tickling my innards, this whole setup right here that I'm seeing for a few of you, Virgo, that you're just going to, you're going to say, this isn't happening. This isn't real. This can't be real. I must be dreaming. Somebody pinch me and wake me up. This can't be happening. Because some of you are already in a relationship. That's what the metaphor is. Somebody coming and walking out from a darkened closet. They're coming out of the closet towards you. And what encompasses what's behind them, what was in that closet, is the fact that you're already involved with somebody. But for some reason, this person, this closet guy, or per se, he's done sitting back, and he's getting brave now. I do feel it's a male that's walking out of the closet. I'll say that. I do feel that. Could be female, but I'm feeling male for sure. And here you are, Virgo, and you're so innocent in all this, and you're blown away, you're shocked, and you don't quite know what to. You are left scrambling for your senses so that you can respond to this, because you don't know how to respond. You're going to be completely off guard. For some of you, you may get out of it in the moment, but you're going to have to address it later on down the road. You'll be able to appreciate this person, and you know that they'd never do anything to upset you or hurt you. Just to throw that in there. The keywords are soulmates and karma, love, connection, and healing. So, the nudge I just got was that some of you are going to partner up with somebody for a project or venture of some kind, we'll say. And that partner is going to step forward when you're into this deal and this partnership for a while. And it'll be before the end of August, and they'll come right out of that dark closet and say, you know what, I'm not just into this for this project or this venture or the money. I'm into this because you're my partner. And then they're going to go on to explain. Okay, all right. So the next card that I drew for you is all about love and relationships, Virgo. 5 of Swords. It's about conflict. Let me get my book out on conflict. 5 of Swords. We're in Swords. Swords are at the back. Swords. The 5. And there it is. Okay. An agreement or other conflict leaves you battle-worn and feeling small. This may be because somebody you trusted has been cruel, unkind, or even dubious, wounding your friendship, business relationship, or romance out of jealousy or a need for power. This card can also reveal communication problems in families, hurtful opposition, or being unfairly overruled and ignored. On a more positive note, the situation now is out in the open. So when things come out in the open, that's when you can begin to deal with them. You can't do sweet dick all if the cards are not laid out on the table, because everything outside of everything, and I had meant that no pun intended, the cards laid out on the table, but you can't. Everything is metaphorical and hypothetical until the tangible things, the truth comes forward, and everything's laid out on the table. And some of you are going to encounter that. You're going to feel like your hands are tied behind your back until this happens. You can't deal with this. This is an opposition of some kind, some opposing forces. You thought you had all the details, and you're thinking to yourself, if I had all the details, then this would be all fixed and straightened out by now. Why is it not straightened out and fixed by now? Because you don't have all the details. That's why. And when they do, and they will, the truth always comes out in the end, Virgo. So when it hits the table, and all shades have been lifted, and all light shines on the facts of this issue, then and only then are you going to be able to deal with that. This is complex and it's complicated. And yes, there seems to be, for some of you, family connection here. This could be a family business, and somebody's not been telling you the whole story of what's been going on behind the scenes of the business. The advice of this card: stand your ground. You don't need to respond aggressively, but do be assertive rather than retreat. Keep that in mind. You need to be brave, Virgo. That's really hard for Virgos to do that. Virgos, you're in this situation, and you're going to be feeling resentful after a bit, because when you go, every time you go to approach this problem, and still at that point, all the facts have not been laid out on the table, but every time you go to approach it, it takes a lot out of you to go there, to the point where, you know, you're suffering from physical ailments due to the stress of the moment of having to approach somebody on issues, trying to settle what is not, which really needs settling. And you will get resentful because it makes you physically ill. You're like running to the bathroom with stomach cramps, that kind of thing. Really strong resentment there after a while. And you're thinking, why isn't this resolved yet? And you just want to take your head and you want to bang it off a wall somewhere because you can't comprehend. But once all the facts are out, and you'll know when they are, and you'll know they are all out, there's nothing else hidden, you will know this, then you can deal with the problem and things will improve. It's going to be a slow, you're going to grab the energy of that situation until it does this. And it may be going slow, but at least it's level now, and it's balancing out, and it's finding its place in the flow. So that's what's going to happen there. Keywords are opposition, arguments, shame, bullying, unfairness, loss, and resilience. Because this fell on everything that's close to your heart, your love, your relationships, your romance, your family, anything that's close to your heart. That's why I say there's just a family business. There's a big family concern going on here. This could be settlement. Oh, butterflies strong. Of thy will. This could be probate going on, and the settling of debt. You can't, and you're saying it's been too long. Why is this not settled? Because somebody's gone out of their way to keep you in the dark, hoping you'd never find out all the facts to their benefit, not yours. So there's their ulterior motive. And you're going to be hurt by this, but you're not going to be shocked by where it comes from and who it is. But you are going to be hurt that they would go that far. This person has a reputation in the family for doing things that way. Everything they do, they have to add mystery to it. They can't be straightforward with you. And this is going to upset you, in not a good way. Okay, so so there's trouble in the family there. Okay, so the next card are your challenges for August, Virgo. Two of Wands, it's all about vision. Just two golden wands. And vision. Okay, let me just take a sip of my tea. Cheers, just to keep me going because it's late. All right, Virgo, these are your challenges. You may meet somebody that's like-minded. You may pair up for a new project together because of this. This could happen in or out of the workplace. The meeting of the minds, when you come together with something, you know you're clicking mentally and intellectually. It brings rewards by broadening your horizons. It's like having two of you. Do you ever think, sometimes I wish there was two of me? This is going to be like having two of you. It's fantastic. And this will broaden your horizons. When you click like that, it broadens everything, and more, the expanse of life starts to open up. And things you never even dreamt that you'd even consider doing, or places you'd ever think of ever in your life that you would go, there they are, they're popping up. And that makes you smile, and that's a wonderful thing. This is because you clicked with somebody like that. There was just this instant connection. Some of you may be inspired by a teacher. For the skills that you have now, you may want to hone them even sharper. You may want to nurture your talents. For those of you that have natural talents or learned talents, skills, you're getting a little bit dry, and you have this thirst that's starting to come up and is starting to grow, and you really want to go deeper into your own field. You're already well informed and well learned, but there's always more to learn. For some reason, this could be the field of photography, this could be field of science, some of it could be history, small part of that, family trees and whatnot. Um, that's what these things could be, and for some reason there's an itch. There's an itch and a thirst. You just can't get enough knowledge, and the internet isn't all the research on the internet isn't satisfying your appetite at all. You need to be in like a classroom setting where you do go to a teacher, and you can hone your skills and your natural talents. Um, Look, the advice of this card is to look for others who share your visions, that you can work together and get great results. Keyword: partnership, creativity, communication, planning, education, and travel. So that's going to be your challenge, is to get yourself into that place where you need to be. That's going to cause, some of you are going to have to sacrifice some things. It goes without saying, unless money is not an issue for you. Things like the crafts of photography or research into different things. Research is like, it's everything, right? It's how we learn. Sometimes that can cost money when we want to go beyond the level of normal knowing about something, and we want to delve into, we want to get into the meat, past the meat, and get right into the bones. And that sometimes takes money. That could be a challenge as well. For some of you, is finding the time. How can I fit this into my daily schedule? Some of you have a really full, we're talking 6 a.m. till midnight schedule. It's already full. Every day is full for you. So you may have to do a trade-off. If the itch and the thirst gets that bad, you'll find yourself doing that, Virgo. So there's your challenge for the month. And your message from Spirit is the Chariot. And he's all about movement. And this is a good card to have, really, towards the end of your reading. This is time to make some serious progress. Travel is featured. Connections. For some of you, you'll be traveling through work, for work. This card is a sign that every aspect in your life will begin to move forward. You're going to notice, I just got nudged, you're going to notice areas of your life are inching forward. They're expanding. They're starting to grow ever so slowly, but they're moving along and they're growing. And they're growing. And it's almost like trying to watch the grass grow, as they say, or watch the paint dry. That's how slow it is, but you can see it because you're seeing all these subtle little changes all around you. This card tells you things are moving forward. Just believe that they are, and they are. And sometimes you won't see that forward movement, but it is there because other things are popping up around it. And if things weren't moving forward in certain sectors of your life, these little things, common sense and logic tells you, would not be happening unless things were moving forward. And that's your red flag, your green flag. That's the key thing. Be careful of your ego that it doesn't get in the way at this time, Virgo. Yeah, you guys can do that sometimes. Yeah, sure you can. The ego gets a little big and the pride is there. Sometimes pride gets in the way and you cut off your nose to spite your face, right? That kind of thing. The advice of this card is time to be active. Move forward. Keep checking that the coast is clear. Enjoy the trip. Not just the when you get on the plane, say Yahoo, the whole destination. Enjoy every bit of it. Keywords: journey, determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. That's a very good card. That's your gift from Spirit, your message from Spirit. Watch your ego. Keep moving forward. And I'm not just to tell you, again, for those of you that see yourself moving forward, stop in the moments, in the now. Clue everything else out and focus in on that and be grateful for a moment. For just a moment out of your time. The universe is bringing this to you in the way that the universe sees fit and what is best for you. And that's what's going on there. So, the significator card that I drew for you is 3 of Pentacles. So money is factoring here. Pentacles are coins. They're always about money. And I did mark it in my book. I'm prepared this time. Okay. The 3 of Pentacles, this is a card that teaches attainment through effort and marks achievement in the working area. It advises us to keep the pressure on so you maintain momentum. Maintaining, see, that's what the universe was doing. That's what I was saying. That slower movement in certain sectors of your life, the universe is maintaining a certain momentum. Momentum could fall into different areas. It could be slow momentum, fast momentum, and so on. The reason. That would be the reason. The reason would be is because it's moving as slow. If things are moving as slowly as they are, is because you need to pay attention to detail. You need to catch the flobs before the momentum gets too close to it and fix that or remove it or replace it. You need to pay attention to detail. The universe is saying, I'm taking my time making these changes and we're moving forward. And so far so good, but you need to pay attention to what's going on around here. So you need to do that. That's really important. This card sometimes marks a period where all energies will be channeled into one project, to the exclusion of everything else. So you got to be careful of that too. That's a good thing, and it's not so much a good thing, because if it's to the exclusion of everything else, what does that tell you? What does that say? What that says is you're not giving any of yourself to anybody else, and people are feeling slighted by that. All those people. That's the thing about being an individual. We fall in love with something. It's something that becomes passion for us. And we fall into that. And we were so ensconced in that. We were so wrapped up in the excitement and the love for that passion. It just makes us feel so good. That's whatever your passion is. It's what makes you feel so good. That's why you take the name passion to it. This is my art, this is my craft, this is my passion, this is my skill, this is my purpose. I feel like I'm in my element when I'm being swallowed into my passion. And you know what? It doesn't leave much room for anybody else. It's like a writer. I struggle with writing because I don't live alone. That's a real problem in itself. And what I mean by that is a writer, if they really give their focus in on what they're doing, and put their whole heart and soul into everything and write from their heart. They can't have somebody over here talking to them or the TV going over there or somebody walking in, even if they're in a room by themselves, because I've even tried that, and people walking in or the darn phones in that room and it's ringing and it gets explosive because other people, they're part of who we are, and we end up kind of losing that. Anyways, Virgo, that wasn't a bad reading. Just be careful of that last part, like I told you. It's an interesting reading, and you get to go back and view this over and over and over again. So if you like the reading, just contact me, and I do provide private readings. Click the subscribe button. That's a big one for me. I really like that an awful lot, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much, and I wish you the best month in August. It will be interesting. It will not be boring. For now, Virgo, I am going to say good night and wish you the best month of all. Good night.